Hi everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady. Today I'm going to get busy. I'm going to cut back everything that is planted here at the feed tank and get it replanted for summer. Now usually I would wait and harvest the seed, but I have plenty of poppies and larkspur in other parts of the garden, and frankly the flowers falling into the water, they're driving me crazy. I'm having to vacuum the pool like every single day. So stay tuned for my progress. I'll be replacing everything here with foliage plants that love heat and humidity, including Coleus and rice.
The feed tank pool is one of my husband David's greatest ideas. He saw this at Tractor Supply and decided we needed to have it. So he dug the space out and got it planted. It's the perfect wading pool. It's 3 foot deep. We're able to keep it clean by vacuuming it. We've installed a filter and a pump, and everyone who visits loves to take a dip. Through the winter season, we add a fountain. That way it looks like an interesting water feature. But in the heat of the summer, kids and adults alike can't stay away. It's one of my favorite things about our home foodscape now, and I love growing interesting vegetables around it.
Now that I have all the cool season stuff removed, it's time for me to start placing my summer plants. Unfortunately, I don't have enough of any one type of Coleus to do all the way around, which is what my original vision was. So right now I'm opting to do the back half in that bright chartreuse Coleus, and then the front section in the Japanese brocade, or dipped in wine, whatever variety they want to call it these days. Before I get too busy planting, I'm going to go ahead and take a quick dip and get this vacuumed and cleaned out. And because it's very warm out and I could use a refresher, and then I'll get back to it after I finish that. So I get a ton of questions about the feed tank because I know it's kind of hillbilly, but for our particular property, the leach field is like all that grass behind me, so we couldn't put in a real pool. And we got this tank from Tractor Supply for $500 and installed a pump which sits under that pot, and it has a filter. I keep it chlorinated and I vacuum it regularly. In the winter, we just put a water pump in, so it's like a fountain. And the balls are just for decoration to make it look pretty and sophisticated. And in the summer, it's perfect as a soaking tub. So that's the story of the feed tank. All right, the pool is clean. I'm gonna rough up the existing mulch area with this hard rake. I'm gonna get the Coleus planted, and then I'm gonna direct seed the rice. This is a really easy process. It's gonna look awesome all summer long. My goal here is to be able to get at least a month's worth of rice from this bed. So you'll have to stay tuned to watch the progress. Okay, the Coleus are planted. I've roughed up the soil. The next step is just to scatter the rice seeds. Now this is a new to me variety called Rex, and I purchased this at hancockseed.com. They sell rice in really large quantities. And of course, this is way more than I need for this bed, but that's okay because I plan to grow rice in a lot of different areas this year. The process for seeding rice is really easy. It's like all of the grains. You're just gonna take a handful and you're gonna scatter it around on the bare soil. The final steps for getting the rice planted are really easy. You're just going to take the back side of your hard rake and you're going to lightly go over it to make sure that it has good seed to soil contact. And then the final step is to add a light layer of quality compost. I'm using Soil Cube to make sure that the rice seed is thoroughly covered so it can germinate in place. Now the final step for this process is to plant peanuts. And these are just raw peanuts from my harvest last year. And the process for planting peanuts is super easy. You're just gonna break the shell open and get the raw nut, just like that. And then you're literally just thumbing it into the ground. So I wanna do this more or less along the edge of the bed because I don't want the peanuts to compete with the rice for resources. But I do want to have the peanuts close enough because they are a legume and they naturally fix nitrogen. So this is a great way to reduce your need for fertilizing while being able to grow a really cool crop. So I'm literally just thumbing the seed in. Sometimes people think I'm talking in code, and I'm not. I'm not that complicated of a person. I'm literally just taking the raw nut and thumbing it into the soil. It's only about an inch deep. And I'm just planting it right along the edge because peanuts will grow as a ground cover and they're gonna cover at least a foot by a foot. So by the time these do grow out, they'll reach the edge and into the middle part of the bed where the rice is planted. I hope you've enjoyed this video watching how I've converted my feed tank bed from cool season flowers to warm season vegetables. Stay tuned for updates as my rice and peanuts develop. This should look amazing through the summertime. Thanks for watching, and for more, subscribe to Breathe a Plant Lady.